Hello, test. Good morning, good evening, I guess, if you're in Europe or elsewhere in the world. Good morning if you're in North America, or good lunchtime, I guess, if you're in a different part of North America. Hopefully you can hear me. Do let me know in chat if you can hear my voice. If not, this has all been for nothing. We are just chilling here on a bridge, kind of watching the water. Hello. Okay, I have one hello, so maybe that means people can hear me. We'll see. It is slightly earlier than the 10 o'clock. I was all ready. I was proud of myself, and I was like, let's open things up. Okay, there we go. I got a few people saying you can hear me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We won't really start the MSQ until 10 o'clock, just in case someone's amped to see every last second. I figured we'd just take in some of the beauty of this bridge I was sitting on. It was very peaceful. Until a very large bear came and almost attacked me, but then didn't. I think it was a fate of some sort, and I was like, are you gonna just like charge at me on this bridge? But no, it didn't happen. Don't worry. We're safe. But welcome everyone. I see lots of people in the chat. We see Kara Maram, Iriku, Olaf, Northern. Welcome everybody. I think I saw a few more people up there too. Great to have you here. Today we'll be doing some MSQ throughout Stormblood. I don't exactly know where we are, but we are the later half of the MSQ in Stormblood, I think. So we'll be pushing through that. We might do a trial. We'll see if that happens. Will be exciting to see if we do that. I always do enjoy getting to trials and like different MSQ required duties and stuff like that, so that'd be exciting. We're not right at it, so I left off exactly where we were in the last MSQ, or the last stream rather. I've really been wanting to try and do most of the MSQ on streams, or at least that's my goal for 2022. We'll see if I continue with that, but it's just so much fun to do it on stream, so that's kind of the plan. But yeah, we'll give one more minute for people to come in. I've seen, yeah, quite a few people. Oh, so you're curious? Yeah, there's a fate with the bear at the bridge. Okay, so that's what it was. Because I saw like an NPC kind of like asking for my help, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna help. Nah, maybe I should have, but I didn't. What we will do is start walking towards where we need to go, which is a different bridge. So let's head that way. And it's just about 10 o'clock now. So I will mention, just for anyone in chat, if we do end up getting to the trial today, which we probably will, we're going to be trying something a little bit different in terms of how people can join. I would love people to join me, first off, I should say that. The way we typically do the trials and the dungeons that are required is that I'll have it so it's the first thing we do on stream. And I'll usually have a sign-up sheet that goes live, and it's especially just a sign-up sheet that goes live to kind of the Tiny Blue crew members, because that's kind of part of, you know, how I let them participate like that, and they support me, and it's just it's a good way to give them kind of first come first serve to it. But it also doesn't open it up to people who aren't Tiny Blue crew members, and sometimes specifically for trials, we won't have the full roster filled. So what I wanted to try and do today is kind of more of a first come first serve situation, but we will give priority to the Tiny Blue crew members. So if we do get there throughout the stream, I'll just ask people to whisper me if you're in game and want to join. Obviously you don't have to join. I'll ask you to whisper me, and I'll kind of join you on a first come first serve basis. If you are a member, you'll get priority. So, you know, if there's 8 or 7, I guess, members who join, I'll just join them right away. But this way, if we have some viewers who aren't members, they can join in too. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, you know, we'll work on it. I'm not an expert at organization, but that's the plan. If we get to it. This is all if we get to a trial. Vampire, hello, or Vampiric, hello. I called you a vampire. I mean, you're obviously kind of into vampire stuff. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock, so welcome everyone. We are going to start our playthrough of the MSQ. We're starting right on this bridge. If you do have time just before we start to toss this video a like, it does help out in terms of the notification for the stream going live and going out to more people, which in turn just gets more people in the chat, which I think is always nice. So if you do have the time to toss it a like, I would appreciate it. But all that said, let's see what's going to happen. It's also the morning, so you might hear my voice be a little bit rougher and raspier than some of my videos. So if you're like, who's this Seesaw? That's what's going on here. It's a shame Frodola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back, all of it. One ilm at a time, if we have to. Alright, well that was a pretty light start. I like that. Yuriko says, my goblin alt is still in post-Heavenward story content, so I won't be able to help until Cross Data Center. Yeah, all good. Yeah, so if you can't join, that's all good. I'm super excited, obviously, for the cross Data Centers too, because that will really open up how many people we can play with. In particular, once they launch, I really want to do some of the Alliance raids that we've missed, and have as many, you know, Tiny Blue Crew members, but also just viewers in, and see if we can't fill up a whole roster. I think that'd be a really fun stream. But yeah, so if you can't join, just join in chat, point out what I do wrong. You know, the normal stuff. The normal stuff. Let's see what Conrad has to say about all this. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellium. We'll need to search it from top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to the ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Aldin in Bittermill. Cool. Branson says, hello everyone. Hello Branson. It's nice to see you. How are you doing? I believe you're one of our newest Tiny Blue Crew members. You joined last time, so welcome back. It's great to have you here. And hopefully, in general, we have some more European people joining us today. I know one of the big things I wanted to try and do in 2022 was make sure I incorporated some more time zones into the voting process. And so far, we've had 2 early morning streams in 2022, and I say early morning, but it's like 10 o'clock here, so I can probably suck it up. But it's a Saturday, you know. I don't know. Like, I enjoy sleeping in, but I also dislike sleeping in because it kind of it upsets my regular routine. Like, I find it easier to get up, you know, for work I typically get up at like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. And if I sleep in too much on the weekends, I find it really hard on Monday. But if I get up at like an 8 or an 8:30, like just a little sleep in, it's not nearly as bad. I don't know if others are that way too, but that's because I know some people just like to go, you know, full bore on the weekends and sleep till like 2 p.m. or something. But I've never been one for that. Unless I'm like very tired for like kind of different reasons. Like if it was like, you know, we've traveled a whole bunch and I want to sleep, just okay, how many this isn't going well already. This quest has gone off the rails with was it just as easy as just, yeah, look at this. Look how easy it was. Oh god. Oh, we should summon our little chookaboo. Our little chook. I always forget to. Yuriko says, I love sleeping in, but I have to admit that if I force myself to get out of bed early, I end up being much happier. Yeah, there's also that too, right? Like you might, I don't know. Sometimes I feel less productive if I sleep in. I think it depends on, like, if I had a very productive day the day before, and I'm like, if I treat the sleep in kind of as like an event in itself, then I feel pretty good about it. But yeah, it does, you know, something about getting up, watching the sunrise or something like that it's a nice way to start the day. God, the music in this map is just so peaceful. God, look at the wings on that thing go. Do 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 do. Oof. Karamaran says, I do sleep in a bit, but I need to keep getting up at almost time for work. Otherwise, it gets much harder to do so much. Yeah, so you're very much the same as me. I find it way too hard. Oh. The one little change that I think would be huge for this game would be that if you could just attack from your mount and like it would just take you off the mount by doing that. Like, I don't know. I always go to do that and it never works and I'm like, why can't I attack? And then I don't know. This is maybe just a me thing, which if it is, that's completely fine. Slice, slice. So is anyone in chat excited for Lost Ark? I've been seeing nothing but videos about Lost Ark in my YouTube feed the last couple of days as they get ready for their launch. And I don't know. I'm always excited to see a new MMO come to different regions and stuff like that. I'm typically someone who doesn't like the isometric view. Like, I just can't get into those games as much as I can, so I don't know. I've been watching it cautiously, but I'm always excited to see more competition in the MMO market. I think that's always a good thing. But yeah, I was just curious what other people think about it. For me, the bigger thing for February, obviously, is the Guild Wars 2 expansion, but I don't think we have a date for it yet, which is ridiculous. I would assume that means kind of the end of February, but we'll find out. We'll definitely be doing some content revolving around that when it does come out. Branson says, I still try to do it even after playing for 5 years. Oh, they get the mount thing. Yeah, I feel that way too. The keybind for drawing your weapon will dismount you Z by default, I think. Oh, is that? I think I have my mount just on Z, which is interesting. That's why I said Z. But you used to be able to attack while mounted, and it would auto dismount you. They removed it in Heavensward for reasons I still don't understand. Huh, so it's something they chose to remove. Maybe I'm the only one who draws a weapon before I attack, though. You might be. I definitely don't do that. It'd be interesting if it gave you like a short buff before, like for the first 10 seconds of your attack, because it kind of makes sense. It's like, what do they call it in D&D? And I apologize. I've played like all of like 3 D&D things in my entire life, but I believe you can say you're gonna like prepare for battle, and that kind of like gives you initiative, or I don't know, it gives you something when you go into battle. So it'd be interesting if they did that. I apologize for how butchered that explanation probably was for someone who knows D&D well. Rauban says, well met. All's well at the bridge? Good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Veldalin. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Kesselum to turn the tide. Man, my reading in the morning is rough, apparently. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. There we go. Terminus, good morning, good afternoon, Terminus. Welcome to the stream. You say, I've been seeing more of Lost Ark recently, and I've been convinced to give it a try. At least it's free to play, so I can see what it's like. Yeah, the free to play part is definitely nice for sure. And that is one of the things that is tempting for sure, is that, you know, hey, at least you can try it for free. Delight not over much in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistant allies are waiting. Let's all nod to each other and call it a good day. Olaf says, I set up the thumb mouse movement keybind to my mount hotbar slot, so I just click to dismount mount. Yeah, that's handy. And honestly, I have the bind to like come off and on my mount really, really easily. I think it's just like thinking to do it, right? Branson says Lost Ark seems neat, but I'm pretty skeptical given its roots free to play Korean MMO. The changes made for the newest for the West seem promising for sure, but if it ends up being a daily grind, I'll probably bounce off. Yeah, it definitely has the potential to be very grindy, which I'll be honest, if I get sucked into an MMO, I really enjoy it to be grindy, you know, talking about old school MapleStory here. But I get that it can be too much, especially, and you know, I say that, but I was a kid back then who could afford to come home and pretty much just play a game after school or something like that, which might not be the case anymore. Northern says, I posted a Guild Wars 2 video in Discord that I thought you might be interested in. It could be a good topic to talk about in the next Guild Wars 2 video. Yeah, that's a really good, I'll go check that out, Northern. There's a lot of Discord threads I should catch up on, and I apologize as always. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out. We'll take a look at the video. Iriku says, I'll definitely give Lost Ark a try, but what I've seen so far doesn't really appeal to me. But since it's free to play, there's not much reason not to give it a shot. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on it too. I don't know. I don't like isometrical games. Like, I've tried Albion Online, which obviously is very different in terms of like what they're trying to do with it, but similar way of moving and stuff like that. And it's a disconnect for me. What I think would be interesting, and I have no idea if all of this would work, but if you could play Lost Ark on that new Steam Deck thing, I think the isometrical view would be good for a handheld, and it could be a very fun MMO experience to have like as a mobile option kind of with the Steam Deck. But I have no idea if that if that would work. I don't have a Steam Deck, obviously. I'm not gonna probably be buying one right away, but it was just something that popped into my mind. Olaf says, similar to wanting combat to dismount you, I wish talking to a quest giver didn't dismount you. That's actually a good point. It is weird because like that is something that, I don't know. I assume it's so that they don't have a bunch of mounts over them, but yeah, I don't know. That's such a good point. Back so soon, I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there will be no one left to fight. Nice. Samuel, good morning or good afternoon, Samuel. Thanks for joining the stream. Samuel says, Stormblood is such an amazing story. Hope you enjoy. It really is. It's I've said this a few times. I actually really enjoyed the middle portion of Stormblood. I think a lot more than I did Heavensward. Now, Heavensward ending is where everything really clicks. Like the whole last few parts of that are crazy. But the middle part of this I've really enjoyed. Rising Fortunes, Rising Spirits. Oh wow, the chat just blew up when I was looking away. I don't know. It'd be rude to talk to everyone from the back of your horse's car / mech / whatever. That's a good point, Kerman. I don't often think about what's rude to NPCs, but that's a good point. Branson says, I think the type of grind it is what matters a lot too. I'd much prefer a play 14 hours over a week to keep up type of grind over a play 2 hours every day to keep up. Some days you're just too busy. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like kind of like being forced to log in every day versus, you know, on a weekend I might be able to like go hard for like a Saturday or something. Yeah, I do appreciate that. And that's how my friend group really operates too, is that we'll, you know, I don't know if it's every week, but often we'll choose a day in the week to really go hard, and then we kind of play lightly otherwise. So that's a good point. Yurko says, Stormblood is very underrated. It's got pacing problems for sure, but the story tells is great. Daddy says, coming from WoW, I'm very happy talking to NPCs dismounts you, haha. Yes, WoW. I mean, and in WoW, they've kind of started doing the thing where they have like circles around certain NPCs that does dismount you. I remember at the start of Shadowlands, for like the pre-quest to it, they had to do that because it's almost impossible to see. Or did they do that? Maybe I was just thinking they should have done that. I don't know. But it's a good point. It can be quite irritating. Olaf says, no, I agree for trolls and griefers if it dismounts you. I also came from WoW, but if mounting has a cast time that can be canceled with any movement. It's annoying to do it hundreds of times per day. That's a good point too. Yeah. Northern says, also saw your message about voice chat. Don't worry, I had iSpawn in for a bit. If you get to the trial, then I'm still in voice chat if you need any info for the fight. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so in response, just so you know, sometimes before stream, I'll go into the voice chat of Discord and we'll kind of chat while I'm setting things up. This morning, as it was, an earlier start to things than I usually do, I wasn't quite ready to hop in there. But sometimes, and I'll usually say it in the general chat of the Discord if I am going to hop in there. But I do like just chatting casually while I'm setting up stream if I can. So yeah, all this to say, join the Discord. If anything, it gives you good notifications. I'm not... Don't join it to see me every day, because I unfortunately am not as present as I could be. Conrad says, I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Turpin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Veldonia is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Menago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. Oh, because M, then I get it. I put it together. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Vendola had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Mendigo were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is all right. Who wants to bet that everything is, in fact, not going to be all right? If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Man, Alizé's like glowing sword has me so jealous in this game. I was like, where's the load screen? Sagebird says, any tips for getting into Guild Wars 2? I want to play only the story, and my playstyle is press 2 or 3 buttons only. Don't care about gameplay, I just want to see the story and I could not get into it too hard. Yeah, so especially for the story, the original game, so 1 to 80 personal story, kind of isn't great. The story that is told in the expansions and the way it's delivered is much, much better. So keep that in mind. In terms of doing the story, I think through 1 to 80, you kind of get one every like 10 levels. You get a chunk of story to do. And, there's not too much I can really advise for that stuff. A lot of it is kind of these dialogue scenes that are just people talking and you can kind of skip through them. It's not well presented. And I don't know where you are, if you're in the kind of the base game still, like have you made it to the expansion story or not? I think playing something that's, kind of a bruiser class, like if you were an elementalist with a mix of damage and healing and toughness and stuff like that, you could play through the story and never really have to worry about staying alive, as opposed to playing like a thief. I think they're called thieves. Is thief rogue, there's a whole bunch of a thief with just power or something like that. You have to really pay attention more. So that would be one of my tips. But yeah, the biggest tip is that the story gets much better in Heart of Thorns, Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and then hopefully also in the newest expansion. But I know that's not really a tip as much as just knowledge about it. Where are you in the story? Maybe I'll be able to give some better advice. Yuriko says, I would say the that Guild Wars 2 doesn't really get good until hot. So yeah, very similar. Just stick it out until you finish the personal story, and the confusing time skip for season 2 once you get to hot will pay off. Yeah, it is a little bit confused. It's messy at the start. It's messy. They did really click with story content, at least, after Heart of Thorns. And it's pretty well told. Like, I really enjoy that the music's quite good, the cutscenes are quite good, the pacing's pretty good. You know, some people have issues with certain characters in the story and their level of sass, let's just say. But overall, I think it's pretty enjoyable compared to a lot of games. I think Final Fantasy is still going to be the best in terms of a the depth of the story, the character development and stuff like that, just because of how much story. I mean, we're comparing, if Final Fantasy was transcribed into a novel versus Guild Wars 2 versus WoW, you'd probably have like a dictionary length of book for Final Fantasy, and then you'd have kind of a short novel for Guild Wars 2, and then for WoW you'd have a short essay of some sort that is less coherent than people would hope. Northern says, and you're really close to the trial. This quest and one more and you'll get. I know, Northern. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. You're probably in agony watching me go slowly through this. I mean, more like the time between the quests, not necessarily my pace. You've come to terms with my pace of Final Fantasy. Olaf says, do you need the personal story for Hot to make sense? Does it have, like Final Fantasy, meet a random person in ARR and they become important later aspects? Yes, I'm trying to remember exactly what is said in the personal story. There's definitely one character in particular that I'm thinking of, the personal story from 1 to 80, that like one of the main leaders of that story is quite central in Heart of Thorns. So that character becomes quite important. But you're right, there are certain characters that kind of play a smaller piece back in the personal story and then do have like chapters that are more about them later on. So there is definitely parts of that. Similar to a lot of other games, if you feel like you've missed anything, or if, it's, season 1, which has some of the content missing, there are videos that can help you learn more about the story. In particular, I think Wooden Potatoes, I think he is the biggest Guild Wars 2 content creator, but he's done a lot of content with playthroughs of various episodes of the game. And if you're looking for something to fill in a bridge of information, he's a great resource. He also played Guild Wars 1, and they do rely heavily on some of the stuff that has happened in Guild Wars 1 too. So Wooden Potatoes, I would suggest. Olaf says, oh no, that's what I just did. Sigrid says, only just started. Oh, that's perfect. And I think it's a great time to start. I do hope to cover some more of the newest expansion when it comes out. So, I don't know if you're mindful of spoilers, maybe don't watch those, because I will be going through the story. And I'll try and highlight that it is story content that I'm going through. But yeah, I think Guild Wars 2 is a great game to play alongside Final Fantasy because they complement each other so well. One's more action combat, one's more tap targeting, one's a bit more, I'd say, like the open world in Guild Wars 2 is just so well done. It's really hard to beat. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna do this quest. Greetings, Scions. Do you wish to pass? Oh, that's all it was? Okay, I was ready to read a whole bunch of stuff. Iriko says, at Olaf, the personal story isn't required for Hot to make sense, but the end of the personal story really sets up a lot of point. Yeah, I'd say the end of the personal story is quite important. Michael says, WoW story is a bunch of flashcards that, that fell on the floor and a couple got lost. Ooh, harsh words. I mean, it is. It isn't great. And to be fair, I kind of didn't mind that style of story development back in like Wrath and stuff, where you didn't necessarily need to go through all of the story for it to make sense. There were like just certain side pieces that would make sense, but it's become messier as they try to. I think WoW's really tried to tell stories on the scale of certain other games, and they haven't implemented a story system that's allowed for it, and because of that, it's become very confusing. I think if WoW just stuck with its roots and had kind of these side stories everywhere, and like a very loose main story, that was not hard to pick up on, I think that would be better. But you're right in what you're saying, Michael. We also have Zakuro and Ice Bun here, which is good. Just hanging out, probably waiting for the trial like many others. Wow, it's already almost been half an hour. Okay, I'm pushing forward. I'm pushing forward. But this is nice. I like how active chat is. Olaf says, okay, thanks, Isa and Yurku. I'll pay some more attention and really focus when I get to the end. It's a lot of world explorers, so I just hate skipping. So while I hate skipping, I do want to get to hot and pot. Yeah, so I would, yeah, mostly focus on the end of it. Because, yeah, one of the main leaders is quite important and hot, I'd say. One of the main leaders and Sylvari in general. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Olaf says, I'm just glad I got hot/POF so I could get my raptor and travel faster. It's been so much better. The mounts are so much fun. I've been playing with two friends who've never played it before. And they just did the base game to try it, and I have my mounts and my glider, and I've really tried not to use them around them because like I'm just gonna go blasting past them, or I'll jump off things that I can glide from and they'll die. But those moments have happened, and it's funny. It's funny. Zirko says, just going to drive by a dead body. Did I drive by a dead body? Oh no. This is why you shouldn't read chat and drive, folks. Lise, the path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Oh, Razor Dragon, they're all showing up. Everyone, they sense that the trial's near. The tiny blue crew is assembling. Oh, I feel so slow in this map. I definitely need to acquire more of those little ether currents or whatever. I assume this is the tunnel. Yeah, this looks like the right way. Wow, this hole looks terrifying. Looks like that just goes down forever. My goodness. Oh, Ice Bun's up here. Hey, we got a Ethernet. We should probably unlock this. Lovely. All right, Manago.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
Welcome. If you hear me drinking water, it's because it's voice, and this is my time to drink water.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
I really thought we were gonna get here and find her dead or something in true Final Fantasy style. Oh, did we get to hear the snake person talk?
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
Is anyone else disappointed that there's not more of a hiss to it? Like, it begins with the quarrel between the Imperials and the Qualianas. Like, that's what I'm envisioning for it. I'm not saying I should be the new Snake voice actor, but that's what I was envisioning. Northern says, was it my dead body, Zakuro? Olaf says, yes!
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential.
Look how tall they are. Like, think of the strength of the, like, snake tail muscles that just stand like that permanently.
Unlike the Vera, They want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago.
There we go. Okay, I like that better. Yeah, the just so. Okay, they're starting to pay off. I like this. I take it back. I take it back.
But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Okay, you know what? I take it all back. This is excellent.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Olaf says, I got a snake woman for my house as a vendor, and I didn't realize how tall they were until I set her up. Sounds terrifying.
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials, she knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
Michael says, "Great Sir Hiss from Disney's Robin Hood." Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the model that should be considered for this. Irko says they could have cranked it up a bit more and made sure to use more S words to emphasize it, though. It's been better now, I think. Like, the first sentence was disappointing, but it's paying off.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came.
And I mean, to be fair, it's not like they're full-on snakes. They are snakes / more humanoid forms. So, you know, if it was a full snake, that would be different. Makes me think of the snake from the first Harry Potter, like that he sets free or whatever.
Once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
And one of my favorite parts of it is that in the movie, I think it just says thanks. But in the book, it's like, thanks, amigo. And it's just so funny how, I don't know. It's just funny. I like to imagine the movie doing it.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the brood mother would not yield.
I'm happy this is voiced, because if I committed to the S part and had to read all this, we'd be here for a while.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down.
Oh my goodness.
There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
This story ramped up quick
She
here.
summoned a primal then and there?
Oh no, you know how we feel about primals.
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith.
I like that
The
one.
Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta.
Sought solace. This is fun. This is fun.
Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
I'm guessing this is the trial. I like how they just stare at me. Got my cool shirt on with little skulls on
I
it.
believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
If there's a primal, the Scions are on it. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, do we get a new samurai? Do 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 do. Lovely. Make sure I... Is that not better for me? Okay. Never mind. Ahem. At the risk of sounding hopelessly knave, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other resources than risk our own lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Rahum would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Laxmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, then... Oh, here we go, snake time. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north will you find our village. Sharasha shall fall, unfold all. I don't know. I'm doing okay. We shall leave at once. Manago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Alrighty. Oh, look at everybody. We've got just like a little crew starting to shape up. Where do we need to go next? Over this way. Can I just jump off of here? Or is that going to be bad for my health? We'll find out. Yeah, it wasn't great, but we survived. Just took us down to 1. Oh, an ether. Current, come here. Lovely. Daddy says, when in doubt, jump lol. I mean, that's the nice thing about this game is that you can do that. It does suck when you're playing a game with like absolute full damage and you can die. I mean, that's something I've been, like I say in Guild Wars 2, not using your glider. There's a lot of things that actually kill you if you jump off of them. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Oh, I should be talking. Whatever. Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I want to hear the snakes say that. And we come seeking Sharisha of the Vira. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Shiri. Wait, this is Alpha Node. Alpha Node. Could you imagine it starts talking like a snake to the snake? You know, kind of when you like kind of talk to someone with an accent and you start mimicking the accent by accident. Does that happen to others? I don't know. I mean, maybe it just happens in TV. I don't know if it's a real life thing, but more of Sir Laxmia, that we might better understand the nature of her threat she poses to you. Also, Yuriko says you can't die from fall damage unless you are in combat. If you're in combat, it will always leave, or out of combat, it'll leave you with 1. Good. Good. You will die if you're in combat, though. Okay. I mean, that's honestly the best way it could be. I think it's a pretty good system. Yeah, it's a danger. A simple request, and one which shall be, I shall gladly oblige. Daddy says only when talking to someone British, lol. Right, governor? I wasn't going to say British, but that is the accent that popped into my mind when I think of people starting to do that. I think it's because, like, it sounds like a fun, whimsical way to talk to certain, like, I don't know. I think it should be taken as a compliment. In the beginning was Sri Lamsky. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalian Brotherhood's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sir Laxmia, I'm having such issues with her name, from the aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that or the Vira. I'm just going to call her Sri, I think. This is true. The Vira and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vira, Sri embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughter to be bound to another's will. And so we stand with resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. There we go. The S stuff's coming out now. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. I hope someone just comes into the stream right now and's like, what the heck's going on? To shape the crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. Daddy says, only when talking to someone British. Olaf says, it's like Lakshmi. I'm just going to say Sri. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until recently asserted itself, they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Anata will. The Kalyana bade the Vira make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Remember, those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin of the Kalyana. Will you help them see reason? You can count on us. Why not? If anything, I just want to stop talking like a snake now. Then we shall, for without you, we may be powerless to stop them. I don't know why okay, whatever. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajar will guide you to Dajan Kuhat, and I shall pray for your success. Just nods. Good. Sigrid says you need to put the music up to 100 for the trial. One of the best songs in the game. I will probably keep the music just like this, just so I don't have to like scream at all of you once the music's up. But know that I can hear the music pretty well. Hopefully you all can as well. But I think there are voice cutscenes soon. Those always help out with the pronunciation. They always do, but then I always forget. And like, you're right, Terminus. It should help me. It really should. Well met, scions. I'm Vajara, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. All right, let's do this. We'll take some of these. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. The Lady of Bliss, Vajara, is ready. All right, you are ready. You look ready. Dajan Quat, there you find the Kalyana's crystal. And Sri, follow me. Boo, boo. Where are we off to, though? I think it's kind of unclear. I want to say we go this way, though. Does this seem right? Because we're trying to go... Ooh, look at this thing. Well, hello. Oh, it wants me dead. Oh man, there's a few of them. Oh god, it's a fate. Just trying to come through here. Don't attack me, please. This is... Oh god, we've got intense battle music. It's happening. Alright, we made it. The Janquat. The path leads to the entrance above. Within is an aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. Alright. Let's do it up. It's almost trial time, which is... Oh, and there is Ari Sakura. I'd like just seeing all my friends nearby. Look at this elephant. This is pretty cool. Oh, it's gonna attack me. Oh, no. Elephant, I thought we were cool. No. Oh, maybe I should follow like the path of people who know where they're going. Maybe that's the better plan. Oh, there's an aether current. I want it. All right, we're going for it. We're going for it. And you might be wondering, is it only because I have friends nearby that I feel comfortable to stop here and try and attack these? The answer is maybe. I'm gonna be so fast now. Just you watch. All right. And as soon as we unlock the quest, we will start putting together a party for the trial. So if you are interested in joining, please head up here or be ready to whisper. All right, let me just open this. I'll explain in 1 second how we're gonna put this together. Let's see if this does it. Ooh. Dun, dun. Let us teleport in.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Slumber still. Okay, while I'm going through this, I will just start by explaining how we're going to put the party, in case you've joined since the start, because I did kind of explain it at the start of the stream. So we're going to be doing this trial a little bit differently. So if it becomes chaos in terms of inviting people, I apologize, and I will revert back to the way I've been doing things. But we're going to do a first come, first serve sort of situation with Tiny Blue crew members still having priority. So you can go ahead and start whispering me now. If you whisper me for an invite to the trial, I will invite you in that first come, first serve of the whispers. If you are a Tiny Blue crew member, please include your YouTube member name, just in case there is, more than 8 or 7, I guess, Tiny Blue crew members who are joining. That way I can confirm that. If you are a non-member and there are fewer than 7 Tiny Blue crew members who want to join, you are definitely welcome to join us as well. So that's kind of the advantage of this, is that we get to have everyone in instead of just having it go only to the Tiny Blue crew members. But I do apologize if it becomes confusing, and if this becomes more work than the other system, we'll revert back. But I do want to try it. So if you are interested in joining us, toss us a whisper, toss me a whisper specifically, and I'll start inviting once I get out of this. Why, mistress? Oh, that's voiced. I don't know why I'm saying it.
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
I like the way she talks. It's pretty cool. Daddy says, I love the SB battle theme. I do too. Daddy also says, pain. I'm on Primal Exodius. Good luck. Oh, thanks, Daddy. I appreciate the luck. Olaf says, I might definitely have Lakshmi Shrine in my house. I'm not ashamed.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty. Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the 4 winds.
I like the floating thing above her head.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alice, have you gone mad?
Oh no.
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray.
Northern says I'm ready. Yeah, I know you're ready, Fraser. I feel like you'll be in here for sure. Olaf says I'm also Primal Exodius. Wow, a lot of people on that. I'm sorry, but thank you for watching. Hopefully, I don't know how the data server cross realm thingy will work, but hopefully you can play one day.
But when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well.
So is Alize trying to talk this situation down?
But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This had ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
The hard part about this is I know that there is a trial at the end of this, so I feel like Alize is not going to win this.
that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you
Though
have
I guess
any idea
her
how many
winning
more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
is just convincing the others to like not follow in the primal's footsteps. So, you know, maybe she does win and we just fight the primal. So that kind of makes sense. Northern says, soon guys, 6.1 will come and we can get more viewers in. Olaf says, hopefully soon. The 2 streamers I most want to play with are on Crystal, you and Aether. Ah, I'm excited that I'm one of the streamers.
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Northern says, also, do you need a quick explanation regarding this trial? Oh, Northern. What you don't know is I'm going to do it at least once blind, and you're going to have to deal with that. But no, honestly, I'll do it once without any explanations and see how that goes. Afterwards, if we wipe and it's, you know, unrecoverable with me not knowing, yeah, I'll ask for some tips. But I want to try it once with not knowing, so we'll see. We'll give it a go first. I appreciate the offer though, and I will come to you for explanation when it's needed. Blind runs are always the best way to start. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's in agreement. Agreement? Yeah, probably agreement, hey? Whoa. How'd we do that? Is it because we're the Warrior of Light? Is that why?
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing.
Northern, okay, this will be fun. Daddy says, if you ever played FFX, this primal reminds me of Unalaska. I've not played any other Final Fantasy games, so unfortunately, I can't compare.
My dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
That was the echo. Okay, thank you for confirming your echo. Okay, I think we're getting there. I know it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Seesaw. I had to try and failed, so we have to fight. There is no other way. I will wake them from the dream. Never stop trying sounds good. It means a lot to hear you say that, it does, but it doesn't make it any easier to ask you to face that thing. That thing. We can do that which is within our power. At least Alphanode and I will go and seize their crystal stones. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. There we go. We now have access to it. I'm going to look through my chats and see where I might have gotten whispers. The question is, how far do I have to go up? Zakuro waves. There should be like a timestamp or something that would help. Okay, I'm seeing people. Okay, well, if you've sent me one, send me again. I see Ari. I'll start inviting. If we have too many people, I will scroll up and see if there's one I missed, but I didn't see any, and I scrolled up a fair bit. Terminus. Iced Bun. Razor is here. Okay. If anyone else wants to join, reach out for sure. We'll give it a few minutes to make sure we don't miss anyone. If anyone else, we're right outside. Do I have to go outside or can I stay in here? I feel like I'll just stay here just in case I need to. We'll give it till 11:05 my time, so another 3 minutes. If anyone wants to join, even if you've whispered me and I haven't invited you, send me another message and I'll add you. You can customize your chat box to organize the messages you get in specific windows. Yeah, that's probably exactly what I should have done. Zakuro is ready to go. Invite to party. Sorry, I missed you first time, Zakuro. Anyone else that I'm missing? Send me a message. Even if you've sent one already, send it again. Music to 100, please. All right, we'll turn up the music a bit. If I remember where I do the system configuration. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, so it's at about 20, so we'll go to like 40. We're gonna double it, okay? We're not going to 100 because I don't want to be terrified. But we'll double it. Yuriko says, I hope you enjoy it. At Olaf Anderson, FFX is one of my favorites. Olaf says, not a fan of Titus, but the gameplay is great. The world is beautiful, and Yuana and Lulu. Daddy says, you can customize your chat. Oh yeah, I already read that. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Daddy. I love your name. Your name's made everything a little bit funnier. Okay, so last minute, any last takers before we hop on in? Otherwise, we will just jump in with, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So we have 3 more spots if anyone wants to join. If you are a Tiny Blue crew member, you'll get a priority added. If you aren't, you probably will join too because we have 3 spots, so you know. Oh, lol. Oh, Seesaw. Because it's a Roman numeral FFX Final Fantasy. I know it is, but I can call it FFX if I want. Can I not? Can I not? I could have figured it out, maybe. I mean, I would have looked at, you know, XIV, and then I would have mathed out that that's 14, so the X... I could have... I don't use Roman numerals in my day-to-day... Iroku. But no, I appreciate it. Olaf, I think I've seen you around Daddy Senpai. Alright, I think we're full, so we're gonna go in. If I've missed anyone, I apologize. But, you know, blame me. We're gonna do, it's called what? Emanation? Alright. Let's join in. I'll be a DPS. Did we join with everyone? I feel like we did, right? All right, let's go in and hopefully this has got everyone in it that it should have in it. I don't know why it wouldn't. Oh, Zakura says, N-an-nation. emanation. I don't know. I'm still gonna have issues with it. Alright, yeah, it looks like everyone's here. Oh, they're already saying I'll take left and stuff. This is concerning. What's this? Use this etheric residue lingering on your body to temporarily disguise yourself as one of the... Okay. We have to transform into a dreamer at some point? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Go for it. It's blind time. Rise, rise. Battle commences in 10 seconds. Oh god. It's gonna be so bad. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. But it is what it is.
Open your heart.
Why can I
to
not?
me.
Alright, we're good. Oh god. Oh, look away. I swear I looked away. Alright. I'm doing so bad already, I can feel it. Like, I don't know if I'm even, like... What are these glowy orbs? Like, what is this? Alright. Alright, we're calm. We're calm. We're getting in the groove. Did we fight the boss? Yeah, okay. I can fight the boss. So we gotta dot on this boss and start doing, like, actual damage. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if this is a safe place, but this is where I'm gonna be staying right now. Wow, those things last for quite some time, huh? I mean, so far, it's going alright. I mean, we're only at 84%, so I don't know what I was expecting to have happen yet. Okay, those are the flower things. Did they just blow up? I mean, honestly, as long as I'm not chosen for any, like, attack, this could be pretty easy. Oh, I had to go and curse it. Oh my god, what's happening?
Rest your weary souls in my
Do I
bosom.
touch these? Do I touch this? I'm gonna touch it. I have no idea if it's what I should have done. I have an orb though. Everyone else has an orb. Oh my god, am I dying? Oh god, what's happening? I got seduced. Why am I dancing? Oh no, what's happening? What is this? Oh god, no. Oh my gosh. Did I use it at the right
I
time?
shall free you from your hate.
Hey, we're alive. Alright, I'm gonna take it as a win. Now, we don't have another one of these, so I don't know if that's a concern for the future, but... Oh god. He's doing so much damage. What do we do? There's no way to get out. Do we just stand in here? Oh, boy. So it's a blast off. Did I need to be closer? Is that what it was? Alright, team. We got this. Don't let us being... Oh, we got a res. I think the tank should probably get it, though. Should they not? Like... Or is Razor Dragon tanking? Anyways, I'll take it. I may as well not just wait on it. I'll take the res.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
I'm just so used to Razor being a tank that I just assume that that might not be the case. And if chat is saying stuff, I'm so sorry. I can't read right now. I'm too scared. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone stack on me, please. Except for the people that, like, have the bad stuff. We're gonna just stand here even though we're not attacking right now because I'm too scared to move. Alright, let's go. There we go. Hey, 50%! Not bad, honestly. Do we need to... Yeah, I think... Oh god. Do we pick these up? Yeah, we do. Do I use it? Do I use it? I'm using it. I'm using it.
Your souls are stained.
Is that what I do, hey? Okay. So that was the push off that killed me last time, I think. Is it aiming at us or not? No. Yes. No. Is there someone we need to like go on to? I don't think so. Just a bunch of like things to get away from him though. Oh my gosh. Alright, you know what? This 36%, we're getting there. This music is just like, it is like a banger. Like this is lovely. Here we go, here we go, here we go, blast. Yes. We get the dot on before we do something else. Yeah, we're at 30. Let's do some stabs. Yeah, we're making some big damage push now. 29. Okay. Let's wait a second to see if we can move. Secret here is to not panic. Oh, there's a get in. I'm about to sit here and not get into this and tell the secret to this fight. I did the wrong combo though. The snake got what they wanted in the end. I don't even know if it is a snake. The leader of the snakes, if you will. Oh, it's orb time. We'll go grab the far one this time. Yeah, so this is definitely... When do we use it? I'm gonna do it now. Alright. Nice. That's not too bad. 16%. I'm feeling confident. I think we're gonna get a blind run here. Oh, someone's in chat's been saying when to do it. I'm so sorry if you've been helping me every time. Okay, so let's go over here. Oh, there's a get in. Here we go, big damage, big damage, big damage. Lovely.
Surrender to bliss.
I guess I'll limit break.
Your souls are
if it does it. Hey! One shot. Blind. Super didn't die once and get revived. Let's not focus on that. It was nothing but a win. But no, thank you for the carry, anyone who did res me. That was fun. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Look at that. That was a good one. That was fun. All right, and let's hop on out, I guess. Oh, we got a cutscene. I should always know.
You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Something about us always going in by ourselves. I'm gonna just look at chat now. Sigrid says, "Rise, rise." Olaf, this is my favorite song in the whole game. Close second is Shadowbringer's Trial. I won't spoil. Fair enough, Olaf. But no, that song was awesome. I loved it. It was worth turning up the music. I have to remember to turn it down once we get out of here, though. Daddy says, "Booba." Oh, because of the bosom thing, probably. Or maybe it's a whole different thing for Daddy. I don't know. But, yeah. Olaf says, "Yeet." I'm guessing that's when I went off the platform, which was terrifying. Irko says, "We." Probably also me going off the platform. Olaf says, "Great job." Thank you. And Irko says, "Yay, congrats." Boo-doo-boo.
So, it looks like the Inanta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
Oh, because they were getting the crystals while we fought, right?
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Wow. They are upset.
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone.
Go on.
That's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace.
Oh, we'll never live in peace, Lise.
Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
So be it. Are they
I
going
know
to attack
there's
us
nothing
now?
I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up.
I mean, it's like a victory, but it doesn't really feel like one with this.
Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
I mean, won't they just try to, like, resummon the primal? Is that not what they could do? Or I guess now that we have their crystals, they can't? Ooh, meanwhile, in the royal palace, the plot thickens. It's not going to be good for her, because essentially they had a big failure recently.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
Because these two have done so well for themselves?
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
A bungler. Terminus says, boss music is always great. It is always great. Garaman says, it uses a bunch of crystals every time, so generally the scions work to make sure they can't get more crystals. Fair enough.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
Ooh.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Keeping her cool. I'll give her that.
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
God, I think one of the reasons I like Stormblood so much is Xenos. Like, he's an interesting villain.
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I feel like he's not gonna, like, kill her in the end.
I do not.
I feel like he's gonna, like, make it seem like it.
Failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Yeah, she's getting a second chance.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
God.
Very well.
Zekiro says, I'm glad you are enjoying Xenos. He is a very interesting antagonist. Caraman, a lot of people don't really like Xenos, but I agree. He is interesting. He has unusual motives. I don't know. I just think he's cool. I don't know, like, if he goes beyond Stormblood or whatever his journey is, he might do something that makes me dislike him in the future. But so far, I really enjoy how they've shown how strong he is. Like, you fight him kind of at the start of the expansion and he just whoops you. You fight him again midway through and you're doing a little bit better, but he's still super strong. And then just seeing this kind of behind the scenes of what he's plotting is really added to his character, I think. So maybe I prefer how he's delivered more than anything, but I do think he's got like interesting ways of ruling.
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Oh, Xenos goes way beyond, does he? Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Transcend, my lord.
That actually makes me excited. Also, am I confusing things? Or, like, I want to say many quests back now in Stormblood, I saw Estinian randomly coming into, like, one of the zones in Stormblood as, like, a kind of, like, meanwhile cutscene. Am I imagining this, or did that happen? And is Estinian part of this in some way? Or, like, am I just imagining that for some reason?
I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Who's this dude? Like, what? Just behind that? Like, what? Daddy says it did happen, but it sets up the raid. Interesting. Michael says no spoilers, everyone. Fair enough. I'm egging them on, Michael. It's my own fault. Nope, he's lurking around somewhere. Okay, I didn't imagine it at least. That's all I wanted to know. Z-Crow, yeah, with coming back to Alimigo, you will be getting more of this side of the story. You are not misremembering that cutscene. Good, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we are back out and about. Where are... Oh, there's Ari Sakura. Where'd our friends go? Oh, they were at the... they're coming here as quick as they can. Wait, are we being attacked by something? Oh, our party probably is. We're gonna change the music because it's already super loud and I can hear it. Go back down to 20. Yeah, much better, much better. There they go. But yeah, so we're at about 90 minutes, so we'll probably call it here. Actually, I'll turn in the quest. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they ever get their hands on more crystals, though. Never mind, we'll deal with that when it comes. Yeah, we'll do those. Lovely. All right. But yeah, so just before we head off, I wanted to give a big thanks to everyone who joined for the trial. We've got Ari, Zakuro, Northern was here as well, Icebun, and I want to say... Oh, that's Razor. Yeah, okay, so that's Northern, Zakuro, Icebun. Yeah, so I think that's... Thank you so much for coming to this. It's always fun doing content with viewers of Tiny Blue Crew members as well. I hope to be able to do it more and more, especially as Final Fantasy does, more systems that allow people to come from other data centers and stuff. I definitely think one of the more enjoyable parts of the stream is being able to do this and do things like this together. But overall, I've really been enjoying going through the MSQ on stream. I think it's something that I'm going to try and continue to do. So if you've been here for this stream, I hope to just continue starting at the next stream at the same point, and that way everyone can kind of follow through. If you've missed any of them, they also do get added as VODs on the channel. I don't disable that, so you can always go back and watch them, or if you've missed stream, you can go check them out for sure. But hopefully you enjoyed the stream today. Hopefully you have a great rest of your weekend. We have, I guess that's the end of January. And what did we do? We did 2 videos in January and 2 streams. So pretty reasonable, I'd say, in terms of the content. I know it's been a kind of a big shift not having a dedicated video every single Saturday. So I do apologize if some people have come to a Saturday and been like, oh, no video. But hopefully you understand that it's allowed me to, make different content and try out some different things. And I've been very happy with how January's gone. We'll continue to evaluate as we go through the rest of the year. February, we've got a few, we'll obviously do some more main scenario quest stuff, but we do have Guild Wars 2's expansion coming out at some point in February, and I do hope to do a bit of content surrounding that story as well. So I think that'll be a bit of a fun shift. I always like Guild Wars 2, but I only really get into it a lot when there's new content that comes out. So I'm excited to do that. And we'll also be continuing the Final Fantasy series of videos where we go back and do hard modes and different parts of the past content that we have skipped. We did that with Brave Flox's Long Stop first, and there's quite a few other videos I want to do in that series. So those will be coming up too. But yeah, it's been a great time. Let me just check the chat. Terminator says it's been fun. Caraman says, always happy to be here. Oh, thanks so much. Northern says, got the Aetheryte Crystal and log out there. You'll get rest XP. I always actually just go back to my home and, where is it? Wherever my home is. And then just teleport since it's so easy to teleport. But yeah, the rest XP is always a good idea. Iroko says, good stream. Have a good day, everyone. Berenson says, MSQ streams are always fun. Looking forward to the next one. Olaf says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Olaf. Sageverd says, we want more Final Fantasy XIV content. I hear you, Sageverd. Branson says, yes, Guild Wars 2 expansion launch could be a nice boost for the channel. It could be. I mean, I think the expansion launch is actually less hyped than it has been in the past, but we'll see. I'm always excited just to cover it, just to enjoy Guild Wars 2 anyways. Sagebird says, since I can't watch the Guild Wars content, I'm going through Guild Wars 2 now, so I want to see Final Fantasy XIV. Fair enough. There will always be Final Fantasy content, as there is such a subscriber base on the channel for it, and because obviously I'm going through it. I'm going through the content myself, so it's easy content because I always have something to do. Branson, boost, yeah, fair enough. Daddy, have a good day, good stream. Thank you for coming, Daddy. But yeah, thanks everyone. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.